meant to cause an argument. This is just my opinion on the current state of the world. What's going on, rock stars? It is your girl, the leader of the rock stars, Talia Jeanette. Y'all, part 2 has been long overdue, and y'all knew it was coming. I was just waiting for the right time to film part 2. But before we get into part 2 of the You've Been Conned saga, make sure you stop, you hit pause, you like, you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to turn the comments off on this video because this video is not needed. It's not meant to cause an argument. This is just my opinion on the current state of the world. So by the time this video goes up, we'll probably be a week, maybe a week and a half out post Super Bowl. I don't watch football. I root for the Patriots because everybody seems to hate the Patriots, but I feel y'all only hated the Patriots because Brady was there, and then it seemed like all the hate went to the Buccaneers. But I'm not a football girl. I watched the Super Bowl for the halftime performance. So halftime performance was amazing. I don't want to start this video off on a low note, but I feel if you are under the age of 25 might be even pushing it. You're under the age of 30. The Super Bowl show was not for you this year. Could it have been longer? Absolutely. But, you know, we'll take it for what it was. Now, let's get into what this really is. Now, I keep telling y'all all the time, you got to pick and choose your battles, folks. You really have to pick and choose your battles. And a lot of you don't do that. You guys blow to whatever side is popular or whatever thought is popular at the moment. I have a huge problem with the fact that y'all are, a lot of you are still pro mandates, and I'm partially disturbed by that because, one, we've seen these mandates have not been working anywhere. Like, I don't care if it's been in America, it's been in Canada, UK, Australia. The mandates have not been working or are completely pointless. Second, let's just realize, I know a lot of people who have the mind state that I have. You guys have been really happy that mandates have been getting lifted. And I'm not going to celebrate a false flag victory right now. Why do I say it's a false flag? Because it is. Midterm elections are coming up in the United States. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but in the United States, our midterm elections are coming up. And the Democrats are going to try to hold on to whatever bit of power that they have. They see that the country is starting to spiral out of control. They are going to try to hold on to the power for as long as they freaking can at this point. And what better way to do it than to lift mandates and make you guys think that they've actually been doing something for the last 2 years, when in reality, they have not. I don't know what world you guys have been living on, but they have not been doing anything for the last year and change. So just keep that thought in mind before you guys start celebrating these false flag victories. Next, let's go back to the Super Bowl. Now, I got a few pictures I'm going to post, and I'm going to let them each go by instead of me putting them on the screen here. But I want you guys to look at all these celebrities that were at the Super Bowl with no mask. Let's roll it. Okay, so you mean to tell me we're in the middle of a whole panorama and y'all pick and choose when masks are convenient? I don't know about y'all, but I can't tell y'all the last massive event outing that I've been to. Like, I really feel the last major event I probably went to was the Backstreet Boys concert, and that was pre-COVID. I can't, I don't, yeah, I don't think I've been to anything. I haven't been to any wrestling events. I haven't been to anything in the tri-state recently. I mean, I've been on a flight. Like, I think the last trip I took was to Arizona, but in between it, maybe my graduation was the last large event I was at, and they had us wear masks coming into the venue. So maybe that was the last large gathering of more than 400 people I was at. But y'all out here rolling loud, Coachella, wrestling events, sporting events, the halftime show, and y'all don't got masks on. You America, you're being conned right now. Like I said, I'm not going to speak for every other country. I'm going to speak for where I live. America, you're being conned to the fullest. Current date today is February 20th, 2022. Shit is going to go down this week. So, I just want y'all to watch how Russia and America move within this week. I feel that those mandates being lifted also played a part into distracting y'all from what's going on in Russia. I don't know why Russia is bullying the Ukraine at this point. Can somebody tell me what's in the Ukraine worth Russia bullying them for at this point? Like, I know they belonged to Russia at one point when they were in the Soviet Union, but what is, like, the Ukraine ain't no vacation spot. The Ukraine ain't nothing. Like, why? This how y'all know I don't watch the news. I don't business with this mainstream media nonsense that they've been spewing on TV, because it is no real reason why the Russian people are bullying the Ukraine right now. And y'all president, Mr. Joey Biden, bro, it's the same thing we told Bush. You gotta mind your business, bro. You over here Mocking and Russia and Ukraine business, that don't got nothing to do with America. It don't got nothing to do with us. You need to worry about what's going on here. You need to worry about why this gun violence is out of control in the United States. You need to wonder why people are still protesting your illegal mandates that y'all have forced upon the country. I don't understand. New York, for example, our demon governor has lifted, I believe she lifted mask mandates. I don't know if she lifted the kill shot mandates though, but I know she lifted the mask mandates. Now, here's the catch to all of this and why none of this makes any sense. She lifted the mandates. But in the same breath said, oh, businesses can still enforce it. Sis, they was only enforcing it because y'all were forcing them to do it last year. And that's how all of this trickled down. So, of course, now the businesses aren't going to lift these mandates. Then, you guys are still saying you have to have the kill shot in order to work in New York City. Which to me is mind-boggling, consider everything is short-staffed. We're talking police force is short-staffed, fire departments, hospitals, transit, and schools. The 5 main things that keep this city running. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but those are the 5. And sanitation. Okay, so 6. So sanitation. People that pick up the garbage. Your firefighters. Self-explanatory. Police who... I'll get to NYPD in a minute, because NYPD, I got some grievances to air with y'all too. The EMS, the hospitals, healthcare workers. Y'all could have stopped these mandates had y'all all just walked off y'all jobs, point blank. Like, y'all let some strike clause scare y'all, but y'all definitely could have, did your thug dizzle there. Schools, DOE, y'all let UFT punk y'all, and yeah, that's why the school system just needs to be dead and done with too now. Transit is very short-staffed, but it's short-staffed to an extent, but ridership is low. And ridership is low just due to the fact that the homeless are out of control on our public transit. So that's another story. I'm gonna add my grievances on that in a minute too. But those 6 entities are what basically keeps New York City afloat. Not to say that everybody else's jobs don't matter, because they do, but those are the 6 major things in New York City that keep our city running right now. And thousands of people have lost their jobs because they didn't want to take an experimental kill shot. And I still don't get how you guys are mad at people for not wanting to put something in their body. If the government tell you right now to go inject some heroin into your body, are you going to go do it? Most of y'all probably would. But then again, that's neither here nor there. Now, I don't understand what was the point of lifting mask mandates. Is it because the masks don't work? Is it because midterms elections are coming? I think it's a combination of the two. However, your boy Bill Gates is also talking about another pandemic is among us. What trips me up is they tell y'all what they getting ready to do, and y'all call people like me conspiracy theorists when they tell y'all this, and this is going to happen. And then it happens. And then y'all are like, how did this come about? It came about because they gave y'all the Iggy and y'all didn't take the warning for what it was. Now, what this next pandemic will be, I have my speculations of what it's going to be. Will it be a new variant by the fall? Maybe. Remember how y'all president said we was in for a winter of what he said, sickness and death? Bro, winter's almost over. It was a little fake 60 degrees the last few days. It's been nice in New York City. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I was at work mad. I had a coat on the other day. But yeah, spring is among us, bro, and it seems like everybody's built up immunity to big old Marion at this point. But yeah, what do I think this next panorama is going to be? It could be a new variant. You know, the Sigma variant hasn't come out yet. I was waiting for that so I could rock my sorority para with that, but it could be that. I have a speculation they're going to attack the grid. Because a lot of y'all have jumped on this crypto NFT wave, and none of y'all can really explain what it is that you're doing with this crypto and this NFTs because y'all want people to pay y'all to tell y'all how to use it. And I think that's the problem, especially in the Black community. Y'all gatekeep a lot. You gatekeep a lot of information, and it's trifling. And this is why Black people have the issues we have, among other things. But y'all gatekeep information. To that, I think they're going to attack the grid. We have one of the oldest electrical grids in the world, and nobody has seemed to try to fix that. And if they attack that grid, like, they already trying to get involved in that crypto, and I thought the point of crypto was to keep the government out of our money, but it seems like the government's about to jump in on this. So again, it's going to be tied into this kill shot. You don't have the kill shot, you don't have access to this crypto either at some point. Like, y'all people, I keep telling y'all letting them play in y'all faces and y'all just eating it up. They're going to do the nonsense China's already doing. Y'all see the foolery going on in Canada where they shut the GoFundMe down or whatever it was. Bro, all they're going to tell y'all is, y'all don't get this, you ain't going to have access to that crypto. So what is going to be the point in it? They attack the grid, all this shit go dark. All this fancy electricity goes dark. I'm talking about the electronic cars, the computerized cars, all of that. They hit a switch, all of that's going dark. What are you going to do? I would like to know what you're going to do. You can tell me what you're going to do, please. Enlighten me, because I need to know. So yeah, new variant. They attack the grid. I mean, I feel like they've already attacked the food to a certain extent. The inflation is just like ridiculously out of control. Like, I went to the supermarket the week in the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna tell y'all how much I spent, but I ain't buy that much for that total to be what it was. I did not. I promise y'all, I brought like 10 things that shouldn't have came out to the amount that it came out to. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think the first look, those are my two major things. I don't feel, if we get involved with that whole Russia, Ukraine nonsense, I don't think any of that's going to come onto U.S. soil. I would hope it doesn't. Because most of the country isn't prepared that if we do have some type of nuclear issue here, a lot of us aren't, myself included, a lot of us aren't prepared for it. So I can only tell people prep to an extent. Y'all laugh at me when I say that, like, oh, you're prepping for the end of the world. I'm not really necessarily prepping for the end of the world. I'm prepping for in case it goes down. But that's another video for another time. But I will tell you, start prepping where you can. Like I said, most of us, especially like in the major cities like New York, Miami, LA, cities like that where most of us are unfortunately in apartment buildings, we are not fit to survive nuclear attack here. But again, I don't think it's going to get to that point. Back to my point about the date too. Like I said, today's date that I'm recording this is February 20th. Just again, watch how Russia, China too. We gotta watch it because China waiting for the Olympics to end too before they do some nonsense. Give it between the 21st and the 25th. Watch how all them communist countries move, and that's where I'm gonna leave that at. But back to America. I just feel like, yeah, like they're either gonna attack the grid because that's really the only way now to kind of get at people, because all of you wanted to work from home. Y'all didn't want to go back to the office. Y'all all work from home now. They're going to hit the grid, and them taking down the grid in America would be probably one of the worst things ever. And a lot of you are not prepped to live off the grid either. I don't get me wrong, I'm not either. I do watch a lot of, you know, how to survive off the grid shit though. A lot of you are not prepared if power goes down, food goes down, stuff like that. Y'all are not prepared for that. So I just leave it at that. Also, the FDA, because I keep telling y'all love pulling the FDA out of nowhere. Why the FDA didn't approve the kill shot for kids under 5? Because there's not enough information, they said. But ain't enough information out for people over 5. But they still made y'all take it. Y'all are letting your kids down massively. Like I said, I'm very disappointed in a lot of you who put that stuff in y'all kids. You are one thing, the youth, they're trying to take out our youth. They don't want functioning adults. They want servants that are going to listen. And you're not teaching your kids to, quote unquote, be healthy and be safe. You're teaching your kids how to comply to the government. That's all I'm going to say about that one. What else? What else about you guys getting conned? Because like I said, I asked the last time, how many scams and cons will it take? And Instagram stopped me from posting that video, which was, yo, Instagram is doing me greasy right now when I be trying to post my stories. But it's okay, because I know they in somebody's pocket too at that point. But, yeah, I think that, I can't think of anything else right now. I know I have a part 3 in mind for this. But I just had to touch on those bases. But yeah, just watch within the next few days how everybody moves. Russia, China, and America. Just watch how they move, because they're already on the borders for the Ukraine. So it's just a matter of time at this point. Again, y'all favorite celebrities have been pro kill shot, pro mask, and they was all at the Super Bowl lit in the crowd amongst people. And I don't want to hear this, oh, you have to have the kill shot to get into these events. We keep telling y'all it's the people who've already been inoculated still spreading this. But I ain't hear nothing about anything crazy in the last 2 weeks, honestly. Like, I ain't hear nothing about no cases going up. I ain't hear about no death cases going up. It's especially in New York. Oh, you know what else? See, that's what I meant to get. Your president. Your president's bringing back the 80s hard in America. The fact that your president is giving out drug paraphernalia, the 80s is making a comeback, bro. Because America will scream that they broke. Didn't we just raise the ceiling debt too? Like, I'm trying to get why my taxes keep funding all of this nonsense, but they just raised the ceiling debt, and now they're giving out drug paraphernalia. Yo, I did not sign up to be in this abusive relationship with America that I'm currently in right now. I know a lot of us didn't, but here we are. But they're giving out drug paraphernalia, and they're screaming they're broke. They're building places, it's in New York. I don't know about any other state, but New York, they're building places where people can go do drugs and get the paraphernalia. But they telling me they ain't got no money for shelters. Yo, like, When I tell y'all the homelessness and the EDPs on the New York City transit system, it's out of control. It's insane. Like when I tell you, it will be a point. Like once upon a time on the trains, you would go on a train and you would just have to figure out where to sit. Bro, you get on a train now, it's like every other car, if not every car, got 4, 5, 7, 20 homeless people in it. And now you just got to figure out, damn, like which car look the most sane at that point, because now you're playing the dangerous game of which EDP is going to try me. You mean to tell me y'all don't got funding for mental health in New York, but y'all got funding for crack pipes? Like, I'm over it. I'll tell you, yo, New York is the ghetto at this. Like, New York is the Bronx of the United States at this point. Like, I can't think of no other state that's worse than us right now. And y'all think it's cool. Like, y'all think Eric Adams is doing something. Y'all think Honcho is doing something. Bro, nah. Like, they playing the game too at this point. And y'all letting them win. Like, this is like a card game, right? And they showed y'all what they got in their hand. They showed you, like, they're playing with their hand up. And y'all are purposely blowing the spots now at this point. Like, y'all are just letting them still trump you, even though you know what they getting ready to play. They telling y'all, hey, we lifting the mask mandates. The summer's coming up, New York. Y'all know we got to make our money in the summer. They're going to make all the money back that they've lost over the fall and the winter. Midterm elections going to come up and you dummies are going to vote Democrats again. You're going to keep Honcho dumbass in office. She needs to be in jail. You're going to keep Eric Adams dumbass in the forefront and he needs to be impeached. He don't even live in New York. My man lives in Jersey. And he making up rules about New York, but he lives in New Jersey. Like, it's the nerve for me. Y'all gonna keep these two idiots in power when he's worried about drill music. I can't, you know, I hope he takes the drill music off and maybe that'll incite y'all a little bit more. He's gonna do that. Y'all are gonna vote for them. Come about maybe October. We going back on lockdown. Mask mandates will be back in effect. Booster mandates will be in effect. I don't understand. Y'all blow my shit now at this point, but that's all I gotta say about that. I'm pretty sure some other foolery will happen within the next week or two. Like I said, we'll be back with part 3 about how we've been conned with this whole Russia-Ukraine war, because I know it's a distraction from something. I'm just trying to figure out what. Like I said, I don't think it's a mass mandate situation that this war is distracting us from. It's something else, and when I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all know. But until then, stay safe, stay prepared. I'm out.